Let's talk about some basic stance work too in Muay Thai, okay? Before you get into punches. Guys, if you're right-handed, typically, and again, these are always like suggestions, not solid rules. You can always switch eventually, but if you're just starting out, what I would say typically is you want your dominant side in the back. So like I'm right-hand dominant, so my left side's forward, okay? What we're gonna do, guys, a lot of times in kickboxing, we'll say 50-50. It's not the same in Muay Thai. The reason being, the leg kicks happen aplenty in Muay Thai. All right, so you want to be more 70-30. 70-30. So if you guys notice, see how my foot isn't even on the ground solidly? See how like my heel is just ever so up? That is so I can tap, and that can become a check if he kicks my leg. I can easily throw a teep from there. I can switch stuff all off that. Okay, so 70% of your weight in the back leg and 30 in your front. The only time this switches is when I'm coming forward on an attack. Okay, otherwise I want to be here. This is always my baseline. Okay, we're also, guys, keeping the hands up by the eyebrows. Tight guard. Okay, the reason being, guys, is in kickboxing, yeah, I can go down here, but in Muay Thai you have knees coming at your head, you have elbows coming at your head. Again, if you've ever watched like a Muay Thai fight and see the destruction elbows do, you will want to keep your hands up. All right, it's vicious. It's like getting cut by a switchblade. All right, so our hands are up and our chin is down. Okay, and we're just here. Now, guys, what we're gonna do is we're gonna work a count. Okay, these are really good. I like to drill these when I'm drilling boxing combos with my students. I don't like having like a permanent count, which means some gyms will have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All these things are designated combinations. But as a guy that's like cornered people in MMA and kickboxing, you know what the last thing someone's gonna remember when they're getting punched in the face is what the hell a 5 is. They're like 5, and they're like, Coach, my nose is broken. I'm like, if you tell them 5, they're gonna look at you like, bro, help me out, please, I'm drowning. So, but I like using them in training because it gives you a specific way to work combinations. Okay. So, guys, what we're gonna start with first is we're gonna start with obviously the 1 count. So if Raf calls out 1, it's gonna be a single jab. Now, guys, when we're jabbing, we need our arm fully extended. Okay. We don't hit jabs like this. Okay, this is not a good jab. The jab is supposed to be one of your longest punches. You want it fully extended. Now, sometimes people will do this to get a little extra shoulder torque in Muay Thai. Horrible idea. You expose your thigh and calf to kicks, which, again, if you've ever been kicked really hard in the leg, you're not going to want to do that. Right? So if Rob calls out 1, I'm just going to step in with a nice long jab and keep more square. Pop my shoulder into it, but not turning myself out. So we're here. Okay? And what my pad holder is doing, guys, as well, he's giving me a little resistance. He doesn't just hold it up dead. He smacks the pump, almost like you're trying to catch a baseball or a softball. Okay. Now, if my partner calls out 2, it's going to be a jab followed by a cross. Guys, your cross is the same thing as your jab. It's just coming off the rear. We're getting nice and long. The big difference is on my cross, I'm moving my weight down slightly as I turn my shoulder. Okay, so Rob calls 2, and it's going to be a cross. And return back. Always return back. What I don't want you guys doing is doing this. Okay, I see that, I kick you in the head. That's what happens. Okay, it's out, it's back. It's out, it's back. It doesn't do this kitty paw playing with the yarn ball thing. Okay, hands are up. Now, if Rob calls out 3, we're going to do a jab cross followed by a lead hook. Okay, now guys, your hook should look like a hook. Sometimes I'll be working some sort of hook combination. People do this. Like, no, you're just doing a very, very angled jab. All right. The idea is from my cross, I turn in. Okay, this is the one time I'll actually expose my calf and thigh, because usually I'm coming back in with another punch or some sort of kick after. But guys, when we throw the hook, very important. Shoulder, elbow, wrist are all in one line. If you do this, this is where your wrist tweaks. You don't want your wrist tweaked. Elbow up. Okay, elbow up. You can either throw your hook thumb toward you or thumb up. Both are correct. It's all preference. I like thumb toward you. That's my favorite. Okay, I just hurt my wrist so many times by doing thumb up. It's not my favorite. Okay, so Rob calls out 3. We're going jab, cross, hook. Okay. Last one we're going to do, guys, is we're just going to add 1 more cross. Okay, so we're just adding a cross after that hook. Okay, we're turning back in. Okay, so Rob calls out 4. Jab, cross, hook, cross. Okay, and then we're back. Okay, again, going through it again. Rob calls out 1. It's a single jab. Rob calls out 2. Jab, cross. He calls out 3. Jab, cross, hook. Calls out 4, jab, cross, hook, cross.
4.
Wait for it. See, you're doing good on it. All right. Now, guys, if you notice I'm breathing out rather obnoxiously, that's for purpose. Okay? You don't want to hold your breath in. The more you hold your breath in, the shorter your gap is, which means your conditioning is going to go down. We're going to be doing this for 4 minutes. Okay? Get you guys really warmed up pretty fine. All right? So if you don't breathe out, within 2 minutes, you're going to be like, stuck in eggs. Don't do that, right? Breathe out. Breathe out. Okay? My pad holder, once he feels comfortable, once he knows I feel comfortable, you're just going to move around. Because, guys, fights, we're never, ever, whether it's a ring fight or a self-defense situation, it's never we're just in one spot. There's a lot of crazy movement that happens. Okay? So, again, guys, Ralph calls out 1, jab. Calls out 2, it's jab cross.
2.
Calls out 3, it's jab cross hook.
3.
Calls out 4, jab cross hook cross.
4.
Okay? Think about accuracy and rhythm first, speed third, or second, I guess that would be. I'm going to tie accuracy and rhythm first, tie for 1. All right? Accuracy and rhythm 1, speed 2, power 3. Okay? If you just throw power, you're never, ever, ever going to land. All right? All the big oafs throw big power and they can't do anything. All right? Work on your rhythm and your accuracy. Once you feel that, pick up your speed. Once you feel you got that, start adding that like power. Okay? Again, guys, we're going to work this for 4 minutes. Does anyone have any questions before we start? And again, guys, last little thing, always, always, always hit with your first 2 knuckles. I think too many people have been brainwashed by that not so great movie, It Man, where people are punching like this. That's how you break your hand. Right? Hitting with the bottom 2 knuckles, your ring and your pinky knuckle. That's how you break your hand. Okay, you want to hit with the first 2 knuckles, right? Always, always first 2. Cool? Okay, guys, 1, jab, 2, jab, cross, 3, jab, cross, hook, 4, jab, cross, hook, cross. Pad holders, you got to be loud. There's a lot of people in the room. Call that shit out loud and proud. Okay? I'll come around. Joseph's going to come around. We're going to make sure you're looking good, okay? Cool. All right, guys. Get ready.